All right, Chris, just got finished up with your Stryker 955, brand new radio here. I've got a complete full tune out. We've got upgraded finals. We've got an upgraded echo board that's set perfect on the inside with the mods done to the echo board to make it wider and fuller. We have Hifi Transmit done to the whole audio chain. We have Hifi Recieve done throughout the chain. We've upgraded the filter for the receiver to extend the highs along with the lows to get a well-balanced sound. We've also got an internal equalizer, 5-band EQ, that's all preset, perfect, set on the inside for you to all the levels that it should be. We have a dial of peak control here on the left side, so you can vary your peak power output all the way from the 130 or so. Sorry, I got a call coming in. Let me decline it here. All the way from the 130 watts or so here down to less than 20 watts output generally. We have a variable tone control. Right now I've got the tone set pretty much like I like to run it, which is going to be very close to like what you'd call a 3 o'clock position or so. Just a quarter turn back. This right here is going to be maximum bass. Right there is going to be just adding a little bit of presence or a little bit of mids in with your voice there. You can definitely overload them if you get back here behind the 12 o'clock range, but if you got a very heavy voice, you'll have enough to kind of pump the mids in there to balance the sound. Right here, if you got a really tinny voice or a high range voice, then you may need a little bit more bass and cut the mids out. But like right here is the best balance for most people. Anyway, we have more options. We have a MP3 with line level recording right here. Sorry, I'm in here by myself right now. Casey's doing installs and my brother's down the road. So this phone's going to ring and all sorts of stuff here. But anyway, MP3 with line level recording right here done to the radio. We also have a switch for a VFO. So in order to cut the VFO on, you just flip that switch up. In order to cut it off, you just flip it down. So that is all in good shape there. Other than that, what else? You'll have an MP3 cord like this. I'm going to put a bigger ferrite on it. That's just a test cord that I use to test all the circuits. It is good. I have tested it. I will not be demonstrating it on the video because I do not have a second phone here that I can do that with. I've got a 878 bass microphone that you ordered from me. It's already heat shrunken and got a ferrite added to it. We've got a handheld D104. It's already preset to the 5 on the back of the microphone, and it has a heat shrink and a ferrite on it. So that works as a good stress relief to keep from breaking the plug on the bottom because they suck from the factory. And it also RF protects them, for high power output, so you don't have any issues with feedback. They're proper mix and everything like they should be. They ain't no eBay or Amazon China junk. But anyways, back to the radio. We'll go ahead and test the output. I'm just going to leave the gain at 3 because this is where I prefer to run it with the radio. And I'm going to leave this at 3. Of course, I could cut this up a little bit and maybe it makes a mild difference in output, but this is the headroom the way I set it. With my particular voice, this is where it should run. If you're a little more soft-spoken, you have a mild amount of headroom to be able to cut up if necessary, which I like to leave in my radios. That's it is what a mic gain control is used for, to control your audio. If you cut it wide open, there is no control. So anyway, 3 o'clock's where it's set right here. We'll go ahead and test and see what the output is with the variable all the way up and the peak all the way up as well. Looks like getting around 20 watts output or so. We will modulate. I got talk back on, so let me cut that off. We'll modulate it here. And we're modulated to 130 watts peak, a little better than 130 watts peak. Spectral purity on the spectrum analyzer here. Everything looks good right there, just like it should. And then output on the LP100A, looking at 158 watts or so. 158 watts. Output on the Bird, got a 100 watt slug here. We are modulated to around 60 Bird average. So showing some fantastic Bird numbers as well. Doing a good job. All right, so now let's go ahead and cut this variable all the way down, and we'll go ahead and cut this peak all the way down too. Let me flip here. We'll unmodulate it, see what it's keying. keying about 3/4 of a watt, even down to 3/4 of a watt carrier. It's still clean on the spectrum analyzer. We'll modulate it, and we are modulated to right at the 20 line. So maybe just a pinch past it. So right around 20 watts PEP all the way down there. All right, we'll go ahead and roll this all the way up again here. Roll this all the way up here, and I'm trying to think if I'm missing testing anything. We'll go ahead and just go ahead and do on air. I'll test with the D104 first, and then we can test with the 878 afterward. So let me move my cord over here. Hopefully I got some slack on my MP3 cord I'm always complaining about. I just need to put a longer cord here. All right, let me go ahead and plug in. We'll plug the D104 in first and see how it sounds. And I may roll around on the tone control a little bit just to show if I got enough hands to try to do so. All right, so here is the line level cord. I'm gonna plug in here. For those that haven't seen my videos in the past, that line level cord goes to my monitor Stryker right here, so Stryker 955. You can tell the volume control is set at a moderate setting. It's not cranked way high to make the radio seem louder than it is. And it's a line level cable comes directly out of that receiver, so you can hear what it truly sounds like over the air, which as far as I know, nobody else is showing. You know, this is it's all fine and dandy to show signal on machines, but what about sound over the air? To me, that's the most important part, is communications. All right, so anyway, line level cord, I'm gonna plug into it.
All right, I got a handheld D104. I left my headphones plugged in, so I kind of need to unplug them so I don't have like a talkback feedback. So let me set my mic down just for a second. All right, unplugged the headphones right there, so I didn't have to worry about any kind of feedback. I can still hear my voice in something, probably another monitor. I got like 4 monitor radios around here. But anyway, so right now the bass is set 3/4 the way up. It's just 1/4 the way up on the mids to get a little bit more mid presence to my voice. So let me go ahead and crank it all the way up on the bass, which it will be a little muddy. It won't be as open, so let me do it anyway just to show you the versatility of the control. All right, so there it is. It's kind of moved all the way over to the heavy side. Hello, 1, 2, breaker, just letting you hear it right here and see what it sounds like with the more added bass. Let me kind of go way on back here to like 12 o'clock, actually a little bit below 12. You're going to see it's going to start to get tinny. If I go even further, to get even, you know, more tinny. So let me go on back over here to close to the range that it needs to be set at. Hello, 1, 2, breaker. All right, now I'm going to move over to the 878 mic here. Oh, I forgot I was still line level, but yeah, anyway, I've got a 878 bass mic plugged in now. Just letting you hear how it sounds with this 878 base station microphone. Hello, 1, 2, breaker. I'm going to show the output here. Ooh, 60 bird, no problems with my voice. Hello, 1, 2 audio, 142 up there, breaker. All right, nothing but an 878 base station microphone. Just letting you hear how it sounds out here in the world of sound. Hello, 1, 2, breaker.
Unplugging from a line level right there, and hopefully that all turned out well. I was not monitoring on my headphones, I just unplugged them. So hopefully I had my levels and stuff proper to, you know, give a good example of how the radio's sounding and how it's performing. Y'all have seen VFO and MP3 in other videos, so I won't demonstrate that in this one. Everything does function. I have tested it all, Chris, so everything will be good to go for you. Maybe next video or two I'll do the MP3 stuff again so people can see that a little bit more. Anyway, I appreciate the business and the patience, Chris, and hope you enjoy it. Any questions, feel free to call us anytime.